Well, blessed Friday to you as we come with your daily encouragement. And I got a little cut short yesterday. I had a little interruption. So I do want to take some time with the verse that we had, verse 25 of 1 Peter 2:25. It'll be the last of our verses from the second chapter as we move on to the third chapter. Now, we've been talking a lot about how slavery has been used, at least by both Paul and by Peter. They're not making an overall statement, a political statement about whether they're for or against slavery. They view themselves as being out of power from taking care of any of those things. And so we got to remember, we're looking at scripture, that these are not necessarily proactive type of statements when it comes to Christians and politics. The assumption is, at least typically, first, that Jesus is going to return very soon, and that second, they're going to be in the state of being either a slave or even worse than a slave as far as their persecution is concerned. So they're not looking at making an overall transformation, political transformation, but they are looking for bringing people to Jesus. And that's the focus of our life, even if we have political ambitions, whether they be local or whether they be national or even international, when you got the work of the United Nations and stuff. Our political motivations need to be a little bit more modest. But what they do need to be focused on is Jesus. And that's what we have in verse 25. For you are going astray like sheep, but now you have returned to the shepherd and the guardian of your souls. Notice how the focus is not so much on King Jesus. The focus is not so much on a new heaven and a new earth, although I believe, and we believe as Christians, that that will be established. The focus for the believer is taking people to the guardian of their souls. And who is the guardian of their souls? The good shepherd. Who are the people that have went astray? We are. And when we are brought back through the blood, through the sacrifice, through the slavery of Jesus, we are brought back to a relationship with him. So these are not statements that I should say be applied generally. Even some of the passages from the Bible, like Paul says in Romans 13, really are not dealing with overall political views that one can take as a Christian. In fact, it has to be acknowledged that even among Jesus' disciples, there were those like Matthew that cooperated with the Roman government, and there were those like Simon, who is called the Zealot, who won the overthrow of the Roman government. So you have all those different tendencies in the meantime. But as far as the eternal perspective, is to be enslaved to righteousness, to be enslaved to the one who is the guardian of our souls, the one who is the good shepherd, who lays down his life for the sake of the sheep. And so it is important that we return to that good shepherd, that we have the good shepherd be the center of our faith and our life together. God bless you today on this Friday as we remember both the sacrifice that Jesus gave on a Good Friday long ago and the resurrection that gives us life. Take care. God bless. We'll see you next time.